have something as Canyon's waiting in the wings. Has level 7, as does Croco. But Nogari already here. Orn's getting his rotation over as that is a great Aqua Prison. Doctom trying to do damage. Flash out from Kellen at the last second. Dove gets it in time to stop Canyon from being able to get too much work done. The Ornhorn comes in. There is the Warrior Trickster as Nogari going to get that flash over the wall. Didn't have the Umbral Dash, I don't believe, so therefore had to invest the Summoner spell.
Ooh, Showmaker.
Yeah, Showmaker's turn to possibly press the Ornhorn button. Bellow's Breath is good to avoid Everfrost. There's Doctom and Prince just laning against one another. Not a lot of mana here for Prince, unfortunately. Still didn't have on the hunt. So, looks like Liv Sandbox are going to back away. We're going to even out the Dragons. And once again, it is a Cloud and an Ocean to start us off.
This is Liv Sandbox not contesting a Drake.
Yeah.
That's
right,
wow,
away by on the top side, but here is the commitment. Teleport's going to come forward. That is going to be Croco securing the Rift Herald, but what more is going to happen? Boomerang Blade, not a lot of value. Showmaker dashing around the fight where he can. Closer, not going to be able to find the kill onto Showmaker this time around. And Damwon Kia should be able to prevent the take on the eye.
And Dove completely missing his ultimate. That was really big. If they can get moving in, do have a lot of team fighting power. Showmaker.
That's his turn to go for the Ornhorn. Oh, he's going to get stunned out of it though. Not going to be able to get the next activation. And this time, Dove lands his. And the Sivir is able to pick up the kill onto Canyon. That means that no smite available for this one. Showmaker goes golden, and now they're recommitting to the fight. The chains aren't going to land, though. So Showmaker can't get that re-engage. Nogari's still at full health, and there are some low health bars on Liv Sandbox, but they have so many left alive. Nogari going to be taken down as a result. And Liv Sandbox looking to take down this Drake now. Showmaker might have a few buttons left available. The charm connected, though, is Showmaker. Oh, my God! Still able to take one with him. And Kellen, there's not a lot he can do. Doctom's already pieced out of this one. And that is going to be the Mountain Drake going over to Liv Sandbox.
Showmaker playing like a man possessed there. Incredible up until that final change that I'm not sure if he wanted to take. Was able to get the trade nonetheless, but whoa, that was a very close call here. And crucially, do note that, as you pointed out, really good pillar there to make sure that Showmaker wasn't able to get the reactivation. And Prince is untouched in this fight. And the only reason why it looks even remotely close is Showmaker hitting a 4-man Everfrost with Nami Mandate, and then also going into stopwatch as the chain lash damage comes through. But again, look at Prince's health. Prince, not too bothered here. And these are the type of fights that we've seen Liv Sandbox win a million times. Once it actually comes out to the 5v5, they are very good at playing around Prince. Eventually, do see that Kael goes down, but that is a worthy sacrifice for a very big Drake. This means the burst. This truly feels like one of those where, hold up.
Yeah, Doctom in a bit of trouble here. Does manage to Gale Force and dash his way out, so not going to be in too much trouble. Cyclone value pretty huge, but Canyon may still die here. Wild Growth onto Croco to keep him alive. Showmaker now back in the fight. Has a Zhonya's available as well. And no one is dead after that, but everyone's missing a whole bunch of buttons.
So as I was saying, this is actually Dove. Oh, I don't know about that. Should be fine.
Yeah, it's still going to come through.
Make a spotted there.
Yeah, he is going to be spotted, but Nogari's going to turn up at the same time. There's the Cyclone, getting a double knock-up. Showmaker looking for an Ornhorn as well, and is going to activate it. I don't think it's going to get stopped this time, and it doesn't. 4-man knock-up is going to come through. And Dove will be taken down, and now Damwon Kia are going to take up position on this Drake. Liv Sandbox looked like they wanted to go back and take it, but I think once again it's going to have to be those rare times where they give it up.
And here we see the value. Damwon Kia not cracking under the pressure just yet.
Not this time. Let's check out the replay. Canyon doesn't go too far in with the Cyclone, but this is what it was all about. Showmaker finding the ramp.
And Showmaker is... this is some MSI 2021 performance that he showed.
Because Liv Sandbox are dedicated to the 5-man, and this is exactly why. Will it land? The flash comes through from Showmaker. There's a nice charm, but Zhonya's is built up. Doctom diving forward. I don't know about that one, but the Cyclone's beautiful. Showmaker looks for the chains, but doesn't quite get them as Doctom takes down the Ornn. Can they kill Prince, though, is the question as Nogari goes into his stopwatch. Great knock up to try and buy them some time, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Damwon Kia, it's a 1-for-1 in the end.
And there's the problem for Damwon Kia, is that as nice of an angle, as that was good flash from Showmaker using the stopwatch to stay alive.
5 that they're looking for is what they wanted. As Showmaker dives into the back of the pit, he has another on-horn available, gets some decent knockouts. The flash forward, Dom takes matters into his own hands. Closer off to the side looking for it, but Damwon now will 100% win this fight. They'll also take the Baron, and Damwon, I think they may just have bought a ticket to Worlds.
What an unbelievable turn, Dom with the flash there, catching Prince of God. And now, at the very least, we'll crack open the base. Surely going to get an inhibitor out of this as we go all the way back. And yeah, this play, forcing a teleport or a flash rider from Showmaker. Nice, good charm as well. But then, going a little bit too far forward. Dog finds the knockoff, but not going to be able to get too much out. Because again, look how big this Aatrox is, single-handedly zoning away the front line. But in the long run, Sivir is still going to be able to get the lot done. It's only thanks to the bubble from Callan that this isn't a bigger disaster. But then this play right here is very, very risky from Sandbox. I don't think they needed to go for this. And then, just want to highlight again, Dom here. Oh, unbelievable. No wild available. Flash not used by Prince. And that's the type of place that win game, that killer instinct from Dom right there could be to what gets Damwon to Worlds.
And that was actually what we kind of thought might have got Nongshim Red Force to Worlds last year. Wasn't quite enough there, but Damwon definitely having a great time. Dove looking for the knock-up, doesn't find it, parts the Red Sea. And Canyon with a bit of a defensive cyclone. They take the inner turret. Looks like Damwon looking for a way out, but yeah, the Ricochet is doing a bunch of work. Prince with on the hunt popped, looking for the angle as now Showmaker finds his way in. The chains are going to connect. Zonya's going to be used. Great knockups for Dove, though he will die. But have they created the space is the question. The Silas will fall down. Noguri absolutely gigantic as Dom looking to try and catch up. But look at this. Noguri's just walking at them, and what can they do?
He is monstrously threat, has hit that free item breakpoint. There it is, a clip. Bursting down, it's not really going to change the equation. What we do see here, though, is that still Sandbox have an incredibly strong comp. But, yeah, fighting this could have been the end of the series. But the Sandbox, it's what they do. Prince eats a big chain lash there, and that's why he has to be very respectful. Canyon trying to go for a game-ending play, but there are still more than enough cooldowns available. But with the health bar that low, kind of get baited in. Dog gets a knockup, but doesn't actually get the kill on Canyon, because if that comes through, then maybe that is where you completely eliminate the Baron buff. Rocco, unfortunately, going to burn down in the end. Red buff for Nuggery be enough. For all, now, immense gold lead. Build up by Damwon. Still need to respect. Still playing it to Sivir.
Yeah.
But it's looking much better, and it kind of solidifies what we already have been seeing throughout the night.
Yeah. Dom now level 16 as well. Level ahead of his counterpart in Prince, but he's also a higher level than Closer, which is the craziest thing. But also Dove is 4 levels behind.
Yeah, he hasn't actually given out movements yet.
No.
As himself. And this is why, as much as we joke, you can't give up this much CS and experience. Like, it's too much. There comes a point where it's not worth it anymore. And the fact that Prince doesn't have an upgraded Kraken Slayer yet, like, that can be deciding in fights.
No, absolutely. You're exactly right. You know, we joke about it, and oftentimes, you know, Dove does make these plays, right? As he's now going to catch this wave in the side lane, and you can see Jonas Strong indicating that that's exactly what this is about. He did not get that other CS, but the experience is so much more important.
So close! Hey! There we go.
Nailed it. Level 14, so now does have an ornament. He's going to give that one over. Builds himself a Kraken Slayer for Prince. So there we go. At least there is that. Anyway, Damwon now with still a heck of a lot of control. Live Sandbox needing to deny this Mountain Soul, which is just going to be very, very scary to deal with.
And normally I love the pickup of a Bloodthirster on Sivir. I think it's a very strong item in general. Prince uses it very well, but there is a limited amount of poke available on Damwon's side. If you actually get all in, then they're on you. Bloodthirst is not going to really make a difference. And there's already 2 Drakes, 2 Mountain Drakes. The value that you get from Lord Dominic's in a situation like this is monumental. Like, even just the... Look at this! Aatrox has 180 armor.
Yeah. No, he's huge.
It's
It's a
GA?
Oh wow,
GA angle?
it's quite a large.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a large gap.
It's,
That is
double.
1.5 items.
It's
Ahead.
It's close to double, Atlas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it still doesn't matter as long as Prince can auto.
No, exactly. But the problem is that yeah, Dove doesn't last very long. He stands up too far in these fights because Dom has 4 items as well. One of the things that is difficult to factor in. However, if he lands all of his knockups, then the result may yet be the same. As, oh my goodness, Closer taking a little bit of poke from Dom is a terrifying event in this game.
Yeah, look at the itemization as well. Croco.
Yeah, well, Croco possibly caught out here off to the side. Dom running pretty quickly as Ornhorn's going to come through from Showmaker and from Dove. Canyon getting into that back line. Ornhorn from Dove was okay, but not exactly the greatest as they get on top and they find Prince in the back line. Croco is going to melt absolutely. And Damwon-Kia, they don't need a soul. They need a ticket to Worlds, and it exists inside the nexus of Live Sandbox, and they're going straight there.
And it was a summer of up and downs for Damwon-Kia coming into the split with Nuguri coming back. A lot of teams thought that this was going to be one of the top contenders. They didn't quite look the part, but this series shows they are definitely our number 3 seed.
Yeah, looking absolutely fantastic here today. And this is not to take away from Live Sandbox and their accomplishments throughout this season. But Damwon-Kia in a best of 5, it's a different...
And this team sometimes can't count them out. This was another example.
It's absolutely true. Go slow, go slow. Yeah, this is what happens when Showmaker's feeling it, everyone. Let's go to Worlds. And this is a side of Showmaker that I think a lot of people missed throughout this whole year. So really good to see the happiness. And great job, guys. Great job, guys. I think Canyon was apologizing earlier. And was that thank you ruler in the hands?
Yeah. Maybe Dom went up to Rose like ruler.
Maybe he was studying their vods.
Teach me, please. I like my